Hello, everyone. Good morning and happy Tuesday. My name is Elena Riley, and thank you very much for joining me this morning on First Alert 6, streaming here at the Alert Center. And this morning, I have our top headlines for you just to get you started with your day, get you in the know before you head out the door this morning. So we'll head over to our website where I have more on that with my web story. All right, here we are in First Alert 6 with my web story that is 6 things you need to know today, Tuesday, August 19th. And then with some quick morning headlines. So we'll go over these then. To start off here, this is our breaking news that we had this morning. That is that the Nebraska State Patrol has issued an endangered missing advisory for a man. This happened early this morning. So NSP and the Lexington Police Department are working to find Elmer Ramirez Rojas. And this alert was issued for the central part of our state just before 4 a.m. this morning. So there is this man. There we go. Alrighty, so he was last seen yesterday morning driving to a job site in Hebron in a 2006 maroon Honda Ridgeline. This has Nebraska license plates, 18229G is what authorities tell us. And Rojas is a Hispanic male, standing at 5'4" and weighing about 130 pounds. He has brown hair and brown eyes, and he was last seen wearing a gray long sleeve shirt as well as a gray short sleeve shirt, blue jeans, and brown work boots is what a report states. If you have any information on Rojas or his whereabouts, please contact 911, call them, or 308-324-2317. Right, next up this morning is that yesterday, First Alert 6, so we learned that the Nebraska Crime Commission has dismissed an informal complaint filed against a former Omaha police officer. On August 28, 2024, Adam Vale shot and killed 37-year-old Cameron Ford while serving a no-knock warrant. He was found to have violated department protocol. This is what OPD Chief Todd Schmaderer tells us. This is at one of the protests that we saw happening last year. Following Vale's firing from OPD in March, he was hired by the Douglas County Sheriff's Office as a court security officer. And as the complaint is now dismissed, Vale is technically eligible to work in law enforcement again. He is still waiting for a court date to go to arbitration over his firing from OPD, and the matter could return to the State Crime Commission once a decision is reached in arbitration. Up next, the Omaha Police Department responded to a cutting report just south of downtown. This happened last night. Happened just after 9 p.m. Officers were dispatched to the parking lot of All Nations Grocery, Liquor, and Tobacco near 24th and Leavenworth Streets. We see the scene here. One person was taken via ambulance to a local hospital after being stabbed outside of the convenience store, is what police tell us, and that there are no updates yet on a suspect or the injured person's condition yet. Next up, Nebraska Rep. Don Bacon has weighed in as President Trump met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. This happened yesterday, so in a virtual news conference. So we'll head over to see what he has to say on that.
I think that why this is so hard is a president.
Oh, pardon me. Oh no! Our sound went out. Let me try that again. Yeah, I'm not getting it to work. Sorry about that. Thanks for bearing with me. Alrighty, well, we see Bacon here talking. Like I said, he had a virtual news conference. He said he believes Russia and Ukraine are moving toward the right track for a potential peace deal. But he criticized how Trump is handling these negotiations. So he said the president needs to clearly recognize right from wrong when it comes to the conflict. And he pointed to what he called Trump's velvet glove treatment of Russian President Putin on Friday in comparison with the treatment of Zelensky. And then I have a quote here from Bacon. In part, he said what really was needed was for him to come in and say, Ukraine is the victim. We are going to give all the weapons we can to Ukraine. We are going to do secondary sanctions on countries that are propping up Russia's economy. Play hardball. That is part of his quote to us. And then still, Bacon said yesterday that he hopes all parties will come to the table and reach a resolution really soon. Alrighty, up next, I have some updates on construction here in the metro. I'm going to try to get this video up of Jarrett Lansford with First Alert 6 traffic. See what he has to say for us. Alrighty, we see Jarrett here talking. I'm going to kind of talk through what he is talking about here. So Jarrett says there are several new areas of road work that are small in coverage area but could be big in impacts. He says southbound 72nd Street, you see here, will have lane restrictions in place just south of Dodge while curb and sidewalk work are done. These are scheduled to last for the next 2 months. Next, drivers can expect delays near one of the busiest intersections in the metro, which is 72nd and Dodge here. Up next, southbound 60th Street will have one lane travel between Grover and the I-80 interchange for utility work. And construction here is also scheduled for 1 month with this project. Alrighty. With that, this could be a major headache for those looking to access the interstate from the north. According to Jarrett, he says to consider using 72nd or 42nd. Then lastly here, he's talking about the 16th Street will be closed just south of Harney for about a month as well, while a gas main is relocated. And this is part of the Omaha Streetcar Project. So yes, thank you, Jarrett, for all those updates, keeping us informed in travel around the metro. We really appreciate that. Alrighty, for my last headline this morning is that today marks the first day of the fall semester for Creighton University here in Omaha. This was their move-in weekend that you're seeing right now. A lot of students getting in there. So over the weekend, Creighton welcomed its largest first-year class in its history. A spokesperson for Creighton tells us the class of 2029 will include approximately 1,250 students. The University of Nebraska-Omaha also welcomed back new and returning Mavericks during its move-in weekend this past weekend as well. Students at Iowa Western Community College in Council Bluffs started their fall semester yesterday, and then the University of Nebraska system, this includes Omaha, Kearney, Lincoln, and UNMC, they are scheduled to return next Monday. So getting the school year started for these college students. Awesome. Good for them. All right. That is all the top headlines I have for you this morning. I really appreciate you starting your day with me. I bring you this live streaming around 8 a.m. every morning on the weekdays, as well as this web story to start you off with your day around 6 a.m. So everyone have a great day. Please tune into our newscasts, our midday coming up here at 11, and of course all the others for the latest updates on these stories and a lot more. So thank you everyone. Have a great day.